domestic violence and sexual abuse survivor since the age of 10. And I have a few information here for all of you. I don't know if you know that in 2020 changed the life of everyone, but mostly for those that suffer domestic abuse. It increased to 690,714 reported cases. We don't know about the ones that were afraid of reporting it. Amen. God let you breathe one more day. And from those almost 700,000 reported cases, 35,000 deaths, only in the US. We're not talking about the world. And I have a special friend right here, my best friend, my partner in crime. He's my brother, from another mother and another father. And when we spoke about this, we both agreed to do it together. And I'm gonna have him speak right now. Here's Mr. Ortiz.
Thank you, thank you for the very kind words. And I want to take a moment to thank everybody for coming out tonight to recognize this very important award that we're going to give. And I would also like to recognize a couple of great people in the room as well. This is Ortiz and her daughter. You've done great things.
Thank you.
In advancing this cause and helping survivors move along with life and learn to live another day. I'd also like to thank Ms. Katiana Shum for gracing her with our presence tonight. A very, very amazing woman, one of the best I know. In regard to what we're talking about here tonight, okay, this is a very serious thing, a very serious problem that unfortunately affects a lot of people, both male and female. And I would like to say one great thing about the people who survived this kind of travesty. You're resilient. You're a source of strength. And your source of strength inspires others to fight and live another day and stand up against the most awful of awful things people can experience. So I commend that, and I applaud that, and I would hope that everybody in this room could agree with me and give these people who survived this very, very tragic and terrible thing a round of applause for their strength. With that said, I'd like to hand it back to Evie for,
Thank you. I want to say thank you for your service, Mr. Tucker. He is a veteran, a Marine, a hero, my hero, and hero for many, many more. I want to call first Miss Janine Floyd. Come over. Mr. Omar, would you like to stay there or you would like to accompany her? I call this wonderful gentleman right here because this is Miss Janine's first husband, and he was your hero, right? She has a very special and heart-touching story that she will share at the moment. Maybe not today, but I know she has a few places where she shared her story. And when she shared her story with me, it touched me because it was very close to mine. You, my hero. He's your hero, but you're my hero. Because you were strong enough to get out from there and walk away and breathe one more day. And I know you did it because you wanted do awareness to others and show others that they can do the same. Maybe they're not strong enough to get out and speak about it. Thank you. Would you like to share some words with us?
I just want to say that domestic abuse is more common than we think it is. It touches more people than you realize. A lot of times it's not reported, people don't talk about it. When I realized the impact that it had was when I started sharing my story. I found out that there were people that were suffering that weren't talking about it. And it touched me to the point where I actually became an advocate by the state to help and volunteer. And people actually started seeking help that heard about what had happened to me, because they felt like they could tell that you could tell if you were in an abusive situation, and looking at me, they couldn't tell that I was. So it was shocking that I had actually been dealing with that. I've been blessed to have a second chance at life and get out of that situation. I left with my life, and there are people that are still in that situation and may not be as lucky. And right now, with the COVID-19 and everything going on with that, the abuse has gotten even worse, and it's really, really bad right now. And it's just so important, if you see any signs of any family members or anybody that you know or love that might be in that type of situation, don't ignore it. Reach out for help. The hotline for abuse is 1-800-799-SAFE. And there are safe ways to get advice on getting help for them or having them contact directly. And how my husband comes in, why he's my hero, is because when I left my abusive situation and I met him later on, he basically
You got this.
basically it was like unconditional love. The unconditional love that I feel from God, I felt it on earth with my husband. And I had never felt that before. And safe. And I live a life now where I have to manage another thing that people don't realize in the world of business. I do all kinds of things, and you would never know. My husband knows, my family knows, but you would never know outside that I actually manage and struggle with PTSD, which is another thing that's a common side effect of having survived abuse that people don't realize. And that's a whole other topic. But I just appreciate that you're using this platform to talk about it. And I really appreciate you recognizing me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Well, this one is for someone very special that I'm looking at her camera right now. It's my best friend. And they say when there is one crazy, that means that she's being followed by more craziness. And we all crazy, but we good crazy. Angie, ven para acá, mamita. Come on with me. As you heard, she's my best friend. Special gift over here, but Angie's story is very special as well. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Not everyone is brave, like Miss Janine says. Thank you, because you were also strong. That's what friends are for. Yes. And thank you for surviving, getting the strength that you needed to get out from there as well. I know it's not easy, especially in the Latin community. We get like, he did that. It was just, you make him mad. No, I did not, right? What you would like to say?
Hello, everybody. My name is Angie Ruiz. a plus-size model and actress. I'm one of the survivors that will hide it. When I mean I hide it, means that everything was going on behind doors. And there's a lot of victims like that. In the outside, I had the face that I was always happy. Everything was perfect in my house. I had the perfect relationship. But behind doors, I had the living devil in my house, to tell you the truth. Somebody choking you, dragging you through your hair around the floor, beating you, spitting you in your face, punching you right when you have a pacemaker on the brain on your chest. Somebody that say they hate you right on your face, but outside, I love you in front of everybody. And to make it worse, this is somebody that was performing outside and in the entertainment. So when I came out, it took me 5 years for everybody to know what was going on. Even my family in New York City, because my family live in New York, and I moved down here with my kids by myself with him. So I was by myself while my family's up there in New York. There was a few people who knew about it, like his management people, a couple of neighbors, but it got to the point like when you scream for help, nobody's coming to help you. Why? Because if they come in and help you, the next day you're back with the freaking person that's beating you up. So they're like, why am I gonna get in when she's coming back to him? And why I was doing that? Because I was not even ready to leave him. I was by myself. And when you live in New York, you don't bother to get a license. You don't bother to get ready. So over here in Florida, like, you need a car to move around. So how was I going to do that with 4 kids? Even though the kids are not his, but you know what? He raised my kids. And how I needed to get ready. But I'm not going to try to push no religion on nobody here. But the way I left that man, it was by God, thanks God. I got ready. Ready. It got to the time that so many times when he was beating me up, we had an argument, I'm in the floor crying, I'm like, God, what again? And then he was like, I already told you what to do. I even went to church and I see people preaching. And I'm like, are they talking to me? Because he was saying signals and stuff like that. But what I did when I knew things was getting worse, and I felt it because I knew that man was about to kill me. How many times I passed out, whatever, I had the mark on my legs and everything. Even my man, even the man live with you, he tried to rape you, and you say no, that's still wrong. It's still wrong. Wake up, it's still wrong. So it got to the point in the 5th year, it got real bad. He choked me, I passed out, I woke up. He was trying to rape me because, he was jealous and whatever. I tried to dial 911, but he took the phone away. But when you take the phone away and hang up, 911 will call you back. So when I was struggling with the phone, the cop heard me screaming. They came to the house and, I tried to change my mind again. No, everything's perfect. The cop looked at me like, no, you got fingers on your neck. You got fingers on your neck. And they took him in. So when he went, he got arrested. That's how my family and friends knew about it. And when he got arrested, guess what? Some people was like, oh, it can't be. It can't be. Oh, Angie, you are, I'm not gonna say the word because this kid's here. You are for putting him in jail, like I did not lock him up. The officers and the DA, they took him in. And that's when my family found out in New York. They were like, how are you gonna take an abuse for 5 years? And I was like, well, I don't want to tell nobody what's going on. They were like, nah. Now, my mom cried because, yes, I was raised, in abusive, my mom had an abusive relationship too. But it got to the point that I started getting ready. I got my license, I got my car, I bought my own house with my own name. And then when it was time, that's 36 months separated from that man. 6 months separated. I took him back. Yes, people, I took him back. And that January, a month after coming back to my life, he was trying to drown me and suffocate me in the bathroom. Drown me, suffocate me, come in the bathroom. I could kick him out, whatever. That night, I'm in the gym. This is a crazy story. I'm in the gym, and I get a call, collect call. He got hit by a car. So who's running to help him? Me. So I went after him, because I even told him, how you gonna keep on treating me like this? You're gonna get punished by hitting God's child. And that night, he got hit by a car. So I ran beside him. After that, he changed. A whole year was perfect. But then he started hanging with different people. The verbal abuse started coming back. So once the verbal abuse started coming back, I already knew physical was coming. And once physical coming, that's it for me. You never know. So one day, I went to meet his family member in Kissimmee. I never met him. And he's a priest. He's a pastor. I never had met him. It was 4th of July, 2014. I'm not gonna forget this. The family member, the pastor, kept looking at me. I'm like, what are you looking at me like? You got your wife? Why are you staring at me up and down? Like, I look weird. Then all of it to the nighttime, we're all cleaning up, helping. He comes to me, Andy, can I talk to you? And I'm like, I guess so, because, he kept looking at me like there's something going on. And I'm like, okay, yeah, what's up? Did God told you to do something and you still haven't done it? And I'm like, what? Did God tell you something and you still haven't done it? And I'm like, yeah, why? Because God told me to tell you, if you don't do it in a couple of months, you will not be here. I looked to his cousin. I looked at him and I was like, sorry, I cannot be with you no more. He was like in shock, like, what? Yeah, I cannot be with you no more. And then I turned to the pastor, his cousin. I'm like, because your cousin is a woman beater. That's why. He's a woman beater. And since that day, I left the man. I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling after that. The struggle, the change, it will be scary. The change is scary. The struggle is scary. But you know what? You're gonna be living a peaceful life. And you could feel it. You could feel it. But the struggle was real, not gonna lie. There was time I could go to a fashion show, because over here in Orlando, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put this. A lot of shows don't want to pay nobody. And I was a struggling model. I only sometimes had $3 for dinner. And I used to cry to make sure my kids was fed. And that little girl right there, one day she went and told my sister, her godmother, my mama don't have money for food, my mom is struggling. Because I'm a person that I would not tell nobody I'm going through something. For a reason, because I know I'm coming from New York. People talk behind your back. So I don't want nobody talking down on me. She went and told my family. My family was in shock. My family was crying. My mom called me crying right away. Why you doing? You're gonna fall. What happened? You're struggling. I'm your mother. Since I'm alive, I will be here to help you. Since that day, I took a couple of months. I took the help of my mom. I got my feet. I met the man that I'm with right now. Because you believe it or not, God used people as vessels to help in your life. And those people will come, pick you up, put you straight, and you will be fine. Thank God. It's 4 years now. I'm struggling free. I'm living with somebody that, is way different. When you meet somebody that's true love, pure love, you know that love is different. It feels different. It's peaceful. Love do not hurt people. Love is peaceful. Peaceful. Alright? I could go wrong, but you know what? There's more people that are going to get recognized. But you know what? I went through a lot, and you know what? You see a little sign, even a little pinch, a little whole heart. Sorry. That could be, believe it or not, that's the beginning of a little domestic. Love yourself and protect yourself, and you know what? I'm writing a book. My book is called Behind Doors. I was trying to have it ready before this show, but we couldn't. But my book is coming up. It's called Behind Doors, because you know what? Behind doors, nobody moved through the hell I was going through. You could have a fake life outside, but inside is the real thing. God bless.
To make it very quick, my last one, but yeah. Oh. Who's my sister? My sister. This woman But no one knows the struggles that she goes. Let's make it short, but you know, she is struggle as well.
So this is not something that I normally talk about, but the person that you see here today, I know a lot of you know me, some of you don't, but what you see is a strong woman, but I wasn't always this chick that you see right here. So again, I don't talk about this, it's a little hard for me. I was in a domestic how you say that? Domestic violence relationship as a teenager, okay? I'll never go through that again, I'm gonna tell you that right now, because I wish I would, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But I do it because I have daughters, okay? So this is why I'm gonna tell it, because as a teenager, think you fall in love, right? Think you meet the man of your dreams, boy of your dreams, whatever, and you go through it. You don't know what's going on, you don't really know what love is, you're trying to learn and figure it out yourself. So here's what I learned from that, okay? I was thrown in a dumpster, okay? I was told I ain't nothing, no one's ever gonna love me, that I'm trash, I'm this and that, whatever. Sexually abused because, you know, I was a virgin and, you know, everybody was looking at me, you know, I got things in the right places and stuff, and he was very jealous and said, oh, why are you looking at, why I can't look like I got eyes, you know what I'm saying? So, went through a whole bunch of that until one day I decided, you know what, enough is enough. And we fought, I mean, we fist fought, like brawling in the street. So when I tell you, and this is the crazy part. I'm not going to go into the whole detail, but this is the crazy part. Years later, he did apologize to me, and I said, you didn't even got to apologize because you know what you did? You taught me how to fight. Okay? And like I said, I wish I would now, today. I wish they would. So we fought, like I said, fist fight, bloody noses in the street, but we threw it down. And then I got to a point, I said, you know what? This is what we're going to do. If I leave you, you're going to beat me, right? If I stay with you, you're going to beat me, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get me a bigger number to beat your ass when you come after me again. And that's what I did, pretty much, basically. You know, because that's how you do it in New York. That's how we do it Brooklyn style, you know what I'm saying? So nobody knew. I went through that for 4 years until I said, all right, so now we're going to fight. And we squared up, I busted his lip. I'm going to tell you the truth. I busted his lip, gave him stitches, because my bruises and stuff and all my emotional will go away, but you'll always have that scar for life. And that's what you're going to remember me by. So, and it could be, you know, wrong on my part, but oh well, karma, baby, that's what I say. So, again, I can go on and stuff, but again, it's not something I like to talk about. I just like to talk about the strong person that I am today, okay? And everyone should, you know, love themselves, you know, do what you gotta do for you, because at the end of the day, you are only you. That's it, there's no one else like you. You know, and if no one's not gonna love you right, then that person gotta go. Sorry, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And as much as I can stand here and say, leave the person, do this and do that, it's still up to you. When you decide that you've had enough, you will do what you gotta do to get out. Okay? So, people can come and talk to me, send me messages, whatever, I'm always here to talk on a private, you know, on a private level. But at the end of the day, do what you gotta do for you, because at the end of the day, you're the only one that can make that choice. And like she said, to live another day and to grieve another day, that is truly a blessing. So, yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Miss B, I know we have to rush out from here, but the day I decided to step out from a domestic violence abusive relationship and more was the day that he tried to kill my son. And my son was only 2 months old. And he's 21 right now and about to have a baby. Thank you, because you were the one that gave me my strength.
Oh.
Thank you, Janai. Thank you. And thank you, Miss B, for everything. Thank you for this opportunity. Ortiz. Thank you. So if you are in a domestic abusive relationship, or if y'all think he's in charge, y'all too cute. And I say it because there is men that are in abusive relationship and don't speak because they're a man. Speak. Here. Yes. Thank you, Miss B.
It was a blessing to work with you all. And I thank you
coming out and showing so much love towards the domestic life. Give it up for them. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to turn it back over to the host for the evening, and I thank everyone for coming out. Let's give Miss B one more round of good friend Kirk one more time, because he has something he wants to give to somebody very special. So Mr. Kirk, if you want to please arrive.
Hi everybody, how are you?
Now it's on
And when it's over, you gon' need your love.